We came to Earth for repairs. Humans gave us upgrades, coffee, and a war fleet. Captain Lyra stood on the bridge, her hands resting lightly on the control console. Her eyes scanned the stars outside the window. She had never seen a planet like Earth before. It glowed with colors she had not known existed: blue oceans, green lands, and cities that sparkled like jewels in the night. "Captain," said Jorik, her first officer, his voice low but urgent, "our communication system is failing. If we do not repair it soon, we will not be able to call for help." Lyra nodded slowly. "I know, that is why we are stopping here. This planet is known for its humans. They are clever, perhaps they can help us." The crew of the ship looked nervous. None of them had ever visited a planet with a species like humans. Most aliens they knew were either hostile or uninterested in outsiders. But humans were different. Stories from other races had called them unpredictable, inventive, and strangely brave. Lyra did not fully understand what made humans so special, but she had heard enough to hope that they could help her ship. The ship began its slow descent toward the planet's surface. Lyra felt a little thrill of excitement mixed with worry. She had not been this close to an untested species before. She did not know if humans would welcome them or see them as a threat. When the ship finally landed in a clearing near a human city, small figures approached quickly. Lyra watched as two humans climbed aboard the ship, carrying tools and strange devices she had never seen. They looked small compared to the alien crew, but there was a spark in their eyes that made Lyra feel strangely confident. "Greetings," one of the humans said, a man with brown hair and kind eyes. "I am Sam, this is Lucy. We are engineers. We were told you need help." Lyra tilted her head. "Yes," she said carefully. "Our systems are damaged, our engines are weak. We require repair." Lucy smiled. "Then you came to the right place. We can fix almost anything." She handed Lyra a small cup with a dark liquid inside. "Here, this is coffee. It might help you feel more awake while we work." Lyra raised an eyebrow. She did not understand why anyone would drink a dark liquid to feel better, but she accepted it anyway. She lifted the cup to her lips and sipped carefully. The taste was strong and bitter, but it made her feel alert, almost sharper. The humans laughed at her reaction. "Not everyone likes it at first," Lucy said, "but it helps." Sam began to examine the ship's engines. His fingers moved quickly over panels and wires. Lyra watched him, fascinated. He touched parts she had not even known existed and pressed buttons in sequences she did not understand. Slowly, the engines hummed with renewed energy. The lights on the control panels blinked in patterns that seemed almost alive. "This is remarkable," Lyra said. "We thought these engines were beyond repair," Sam shrugged. "We don't just repair things, we make them better." Lyra nodded slowly. She began to understand. Humans were different from any other species she had encountered. They did not just fix things, they improved them. She felt a sense of hope rise inside her. Perhaps this planet and its people could give her crew more than just repairs. Perhaps they could give them strength. As the humans worked, Lyra walked through the corridors of her ship. The walls were scarred from battle, and some sections were dark and silent. She felt a strange mix of pride and sadness. This ship had been through so much, and now it was finally being restored. She had fought many battles in her life, but she had never fought alone. Seeing the humans work reminded her that even the strongest captain needed help sometimes. Back on the bridge, Jorik watched Sam and Lucy closely. "Captain, do you think they can handle the repairs?" he asked. Lyra smiled. "I think they are already handling more than we could imagine. Watch how carefully they work. Every move is thoughtful. Humans may be small, but their minds are sharp." Hours passed. The humans moved through the ship, checking systems, tightening bolts, and connecting strange devices. Lyra noticed that the crew of the ship, who had been anxious when they arrived, were now curious and eager. They asked questions, watched the humans work, and even tried to understand the small cups of coffee that seemed to give the humans so much energy. During a break, Lyra and the humans sat together on the bridge. The stars outside were bright and clear, and the engines hummed steadily beneath them. "Tell me about your planet," Lyra said. She was genuinely curious. "How can such a small species do such great things?" Sam laughed softly. "We survive by thinking differently. We see solutions where others see problems. We work together and we never give up." Lucy added, "We may not be the strongest or the fastest, but we are clever. We find ways to do more with less. That is how we have survived this long." Lyra considered their words. She had seen many intelligent species in her travels, but humans seemed unique. There was a spark in them, a combination of courage, curiosity, and determination that was rare in the galaxy. She realized that her crew was lucky to have met them. As night fell on Earth, the humans continued their work. Lyra watched them move with purpose, adjusting panels, rewriting programs, and connecting circuits. The ship began to glow faintly as systems came back online, stronger than before. Jorik came to her side. "Captain, it is almost ready," he said. "The engines are functioning better than we could have hoped." Lyra smiled. "It seems humans do more than repair, they improve." Suddenly, an alarm sounded. Lyra's heart skipped a beat. She rushed to the control console. The radar screen showed small blips approaching from the edge of the atmosphere. "Aliens?" she asked, tense. Sam and Lucy looked at the screen. "No," Sam said. "These are ships, human ships. They came to see the visitors." Lyra blinked. "Why would humans send warships to us when we are their guests?" Lucy laughed. "They are not here to fight. They just want to make sure their technology works. And to be polite, humans have a habit of showing up when something big is happening." The alien crew watched as the small human fleet came into view. The ships were smaller than Lyra had expected, but they moved with precision and confidence. She felt a strange admiration. Even from afar, humans seemed fearless. As the night passed, the humans finished their work. Systems were repaired, engines stronger, and the ship gleamed under the lights. Lyra walked through the corridors again, feeling a sense of awe. Her ship, once battered and broken, now felt alive. She looked at Sam and Lucy, who were sipping coffee and smiling. "Thank you," Lyra said softly. "You have done more than I could have imagined." Sam waved. "It's what we do. We like to help and to make things better." Lucy nodded. "Just remember to take care of it. Ships like this can do amazing things, but they need attention." Lyra felt a warmth in her chest she had not known in years. These humans, so small and seemingly ordinary, had given her crew more than just repairs. They had given them hope, energy, and understanding. She realized that visiting Earth had been a turning point. Outside the ship, Earth glowed under the night sky. Lyra looked at the stars and felt a sense of possibility. The galaxy was vast and dangerous, but with humans as allies, perhaps her crew could face anything. For the first time in a long time, Lyra allowed herself to relax. She had come to Earth for repairs, but she had received something far greater: allies, knowledge, and the start of a friendship that could change everything. The alien ship, now repaired and humming with energy, waited silently for the next step. Lyra knew the journey ahead would be difficult, but with humans by their side, she felt ready to face the challenges that lay ahead. As she watched Sam and Lucy walk back to their own ships, she whispered to herself, "Perhaps humans are the greatest force in the galaxy after all." And with that thought, Lyra returned to the bridge, ready to plan the next stage of their journey, knowing that Earth had given her more than repairs. It had given her crew a new sense of purpose and hope. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the alien ship's windows, reflecting off the smooth silver walls. Captain Lyra walked along the main corridor, her footsteps echoing softly. The ship no longer felt broken. Its engines thrummed with energy, and the lights on the control panels shone steadily. Yet Lyra knew the humans were not finished. Sam and Lucy had promised upgrades, and she was curious to see what that meant. "They are small, but their minds are large," Jorik said quietly, walking beside her. Do you really think they can improve our systems further? Lyra nodded slowly. I do not know. But I have learned that humans do more than we expect. They see possibilities where we see limits. In the engine room, Sam was already at work. He had unpacked small devices that Lyra had never seen before. Some looked like tiny boxes with lights. Others were tools with shapes that seemed strange and awkward. Lucy was beside him, connecting wires and typing on a small human machine that glowed with information. "Good morning," Sam said cheerfully. "Ready to see your ship become faster and stronger?" Lyra stepped forward. "Yes, show me what you can do," Sam smiled. "First, we start with the engines. They are good now, but we can make them exceptional." Lucy nodded. "We will also improve your shields and weapons. Your ship can do more than fight. It can think and react faster than any enemy expects." Lyra watched as they began working. Sam adjusted parts of the engine that were too small for most aliens to handle. He inserted strange devices into the energy conduits and tapped lightly on panels. Lucy worked with him, explaining what each change would do. "These devices will improve energy efficiency," she said. "Your engines will use less fuel and you can travel further without stopping." Lyra studied the panels carefully. She did not fully understand the details, but she could feel the power of the ship increasing. The hum of the engines became smoother, almost like a heartbeat. She felt a thrill of excitement. "Humans are remarkable," Jorik whispered. "They see the ship as more than metal. They see it as alive." Hours passed, and the alien crew gathered around to watch. Even the youngest member, Tira, moved closer to see how the humans worked. She was fascinated by the way Sam and Lucy spoke to the ship almost as if it could understand them. "This is amazing," Tira said quietly. "I have never seen a repair done like this." "Patience," Lyra replied. "They do not just repair, they improve." By midday, the engine modifications were complete. Lyra ordered the ship to power up slowly. The hum of the engines was stronger, steadier, and faster than before. The lights on the panels blinked with a rhythm that seemed almost musical. Lyra felt a sense of pride. Her ship, had been transformed. "Now for the shields," Sam said, moving to the defensive controls. "We will add small energy amplifiers. They will make your shields react faster to attacks. You will be harder to hit, and your systems will recover quickly from damage." Lucy handed him several small components. "We also added automatic diagnostics," she said. "If a system fails, the ship can repair itself faster than before. You will notice the difference in combat." Lyra watched carefully as they installed the devices. She realized that humans did not just add new technology, they taught the ship to think in a new way. It was not the strongest technology she had seen, but it was clever. It worked with the ship instead of against it. When the upgrades were complete, Sam smiled. "Now we come to the most fun part." "What is that?" Lyra asked, curious. "Weapons systems," Sam said. "We will make them faster, more accurate, and more efficient. You will see enemies fall without knowing what hit them." Lyra felt a shiver of excitement. She had fought many battles, but she had never seen technology like this. Lucy handed her a small device. "This will help your crew target faster. It learns from experience and adapts to enemy movements." As the humans worked, the alien crew began to understand more about them. Humans were not the strongest, but they were clever. They thought quickly, acted boldly, and worked together. Lyra realized that this was why humans had survived in a galaxy full of danger. They could not rely on power alone. They relied on intelligence and determination. By the end of the day, the ship was unrecognizable. Panels shone with new light, engines hummed like a living creature, and shields glowed with renewed energy. Lyra walked through the corridors, touching the walls and consoles with her hands. Everything felt alive, responsive, and strong. "You have done more than repair," she said to Sam and Lucy. "You have given us a gift," Sam smiled. "It is our pleasure. We like to see things work better than before." Lucy nodded. "We also like to see people confident in their ship. A good crew with a good ship is unstoppable. Lyra realized she was beginning to understand something important about humans. They were not the largest or most powerful species, but they were brave, clever, and determined. That combination made them dangerous to enemies and invaluable as allies. That evening, as the sun set over Earth, the humans brought out small boxes filled with even more devices. Sam and Lucy worked with the alien crew, showing them how to use each new tool. They explained how energy flow worked, how weapons could target automatically, and how the ship could repair itself in the middle of combat. "This is incredible," Jorek said. "Our systems could never do this before. Humans are more advanced in ways we did not expect." Lyra nodded. She felt a strange mix of pride and admiration. Her crew had been through battles, but they had never seen anything like this. Humans did not just give upgrades, they gave knowledge, confidence, and strategy. As night fell, the humans brewed coffee again. Lyra took a cup and sipped slowly. She did not understand the taste fully, but she felt more alert, more focused. Sam and Lucy laughed at her reaction again. "Humans do not just fix things," Sam said. "We also fuel the mind." "Coffee is a small thing, but it helps us think, create, and solve problems." Lyra smiled. She realized that humans had more than technology. They had energy, curiosity, and cleverness. That was why they had survived so long in the galaxy. That was why they were different. The next day, Lyra ordered a test of the ship's new systems. The engines roared to life, smoother and faster than before. The shields flickered in response to energy pulses from the planet's surface, reacting before the ship was even aware of the signals. Weapons systems tracked targets accurately, and the ship's AI adapted to the crew's commands with speed and precision. "This is extraordinary," Lyra said, watching the displays. "Our ship has changed." Lucy smiled. "It is not just the ship. Your crew will work differently too." Humans believe that technology works best when people understand it and use it wisely. Lyra nodded. She could see that her crew was learning from the humans. They moved faster, thought more clearly, and began to anticipate problems before they happened. Lyra realized that humans did not just improve machines, they improved people too. Over the next few days, the humans continued to teach, repair, and upgrade. Lyra noticed that her crew had started to adopt some of their habits. They drank small amounts of coffee, they asked more questions, and they thought about problems in new ways. Even the youngest crew member, Tira, was eager to learn from Sam and Lucy. One evening, as the stars shone brightly outside, Lyra walked to the observation deck. She watched the earth below, glowing softly with lights from cities and roads. She realized that humans were more than clever engineers. They were a species that combined curiosity, courage, and determination in a way that made them strong beyond measure. "Captain," Jorek said, coming up beside her, "do you think we can face the next battle with these upgrades?" Lyra smiled. "Not only face it, Jorek, we can win it. Humans have given us more than tools. They have given us strategy, energy, and confidence. That is worth more than any weapon." Outside, the wind carried the soft sounds of the planet at night. The alien ship hummed with life, ready for whatever came next. Lyra felt a surge of hope. She knew that with humans as allies, they could survive the dangers of space and emerge stronger than any enemy could imagine. In that moment, she realized something that she had never fully understood before. Humans were small, fragile, and ordinary in appearance, but their minds and courage made them extraordinary. The galaxy had underestimated them for too long. Lyra smiled and whispered to herself, "Perhaps humans are not just clever. Perhaps they are the most powerful force we will ever meet." The ship's engines thrummed softly as if agreeing with her. Lyra knew that the journey ahead would be dangerous. Battles waited, enemies waited, and space itself was unpredictable. But now she was ready. With humans as allies, she felt unstoppable. And so, under the quiet glow of Earth's night, the alien ship rested, repaired, upgraded, and alive. Lyra felt a new hope rising. The humans had not just fixed her ship, they had changed her crew forever. They had opened a door to a future full of possibility, courage, and strength. The morning sun cast a soft light across the alien ship as Captain Lyra walked onto the bridge. The ship no longer felt broken. It moved with a quiet power, almost like a living creature. The humans, Sam and Lucy, had finished the main upgrades. The engines roared smoothly, shields glowed steadily, and weapons systems hummed quietly, ready for use. But Lyra knew there would be a real test soon. The galaxy was full of dangers, and the next challenge would show whether the humans' improvements were truly effective. "Captain," Jorek said as he walked to her side, "the ship feels different, faster, smarter, but can it survive combat against real enemies?" Lyra nodded slowly. "That is why we will begin a simulation. We need to test every system before we leave Earth orbit. Humans do not just improve machines, they improve strategy. I want to see what they have taught us." Sam entered the bridge, carrying 2 small cups of coffee. "Good morning," he said with a smile. "Are you ready for a real test?" Lyra took a sip of the bitter liquid and felt her mind clear. "Yes," she said. "Show us what to do." Lucy moved to a control panel and activated the simulation. On the main screen, tiny red ships appeared, moving quickly across the display. "These are enemy ships," she explained. "Your crew must react as if this is real combat. Use the upgrades wisely. Trust the ship." The alien crew watched nervously as their ship came to life. The engines responded to the smallest commands instantly. The shields flickered, adjusting to imaginary energy attacks. Weapons aimed and fired with precise timing. Lyra felt a thrill in her chest. She had never seen her ship move like this. "Remember," Sam said, "the key is to think ahead. Watch the enemy, anticipate moves, and act quickly. Your ship will help you, but your mind must guide it." The simulation began. Red ships moved in complex patterns, firing at the alien ship. Lyra gave orders and the upgraded systems reacted immediately. Shields flared, weapons fired, and the ship dodged attacks with smooth precision. The crew felt a new confidence. "This is amazing," Jorek whispered. "The ship is faster than we imagined." "It responds almost like it can think on its own," Lucy nodded. "It can adapt, but only because your crew is using it smartly. Humans built the system to work with your minds, not replace them." Lyra watched carefully as the crew coordinated their moves. Every decision mattered. Every choice made the difference between success and failure. The humans guided them, offering tips and encouragement. They pointed out weak spots, suggested faster maneuvers, and reminded the crew to stay calm under pressure. Hours passed, and the simulation grew more complex. Red ships increased in number and their attacks became faster. The alien crew was pushed to their limits. Still, the ship moved perfectly, responding instantly to commands and adapting to every challenge. "This is incredible," Tira said. "We would have failed before." "Now we feel unstoppable," Lyra smiled. She realized that humans had not only improved the ship, they had changed her crew. Confidence filled the air, mixing with excitement and determination. The alien crew began to understand why humans were considered dangerous across the galaxy. They did not rely on raw power alone. They used intelligence, planning, and courage. That combination made them a force that could not be ignored. Sam and Lucy watched from the side, satisfied. "They are learning quickly," Lucy said. "Humans give tools, but we also give understanding. That is why they are doing so well," Sam nodded. "Yes, they have the courage and the brains. Now the ship can match their minds. Together they can face almost anything." As the day passed, the simulation became more realistic. The crew practiced dodging attacks, targeting enemies, and repairing minor damage. Every mistake was corrected, every strategy improved. Lyra could see her crew's confidence grow with every move. Suddenly, an alert sounded from the radar. Lyra froze. "What is that?" she asked. Sam and Lucy rushed to the console. That is no simulation, Sam said quickly. Real ships incoming. You have visitors from a hostile fleet. Lyra felt a surge of adrenaline. This was the real test, the one she had been waiting for. Prepare for battle, she ordered. Use the upgrades, trust the humans' work. We will see if this ship can survive. The alien crew moved with calm determination. Engines roared to life, shields flared, and weapons aimed at the approaching ships. The humans stood beside them, giving instructions and encouragement. Do not panic, Lucy said. The upgrades are working. Follow your training. Think, act, and trust your ship. The enemy ships came closer, firing energy beams. The alien ship dodged, fired back, and adapted instantly. Shields absorbed attacks, weapons struck accurately, and engines moved with precision. Lyra felt her heart pound. The humans' work was holding up. The ship was performing beyond expectations. Jorik laughed quietly. I cannot believe this. We are faster, stronger, and smarter than our enemies. The humans have truly changed us. Lyra smiled. Yes, but remember, this is just the beginning. We must remain focused. The battle continued. Enemy ships attacked from different directions, trying to overwhelm the alien crew. But the humans' upgrades allowed them to react faster than expected. Every move was anticipated, every attack countered. The alien crew felt a sense of power they had never known. This is unlike anything I have ever seen, Tira said, her eyes wide. The ship moves with us. It almost thinks ahead of us. Lyra nodded. That is the humans' gift. They have built a ship that works with our minds, not against them. This is why humans are special. As the battle reached its peak, one of the enemy ships attempted a surprise attack from above. The alien ship twisted, dodging at the last second. A beam of energy fired from the upgraded weapons, hitting the enemy ship and disabling it instantly. Lyra felt a surge of triumph. Sam and Lucy watched with satisfaction. This is exactly what we hoped for, Sam said. They are using the upgrades well. The ship is performing at its best, Lucy smiled. They have learned quickly. Humans give more than tools, we give strategy, courage, and understanding. That is what makes the difference. The enemy ships began to retreat. The alien crew had performed perfectly, dodging attacks, striking accurately, and staying calm under pressure. Lyra felt a deep sense of pride. Her crew had grown stronger, smarter, and more confident, all because of the humans' help. After the battle, the alien crew gathered on the bridge. They were tired but exhilarated. Lyra looked at Sam and Lucy, who were smiling proudly. You have done more than upgrade our ship, she said. You have taught us to fight smarter, to think faster, and to trust ourselves. We owe you more than we can say, Sam shrugged. We just like to see people do better, that is all, Lucy nodded. We did not just improve the ship, we improved your crew. That is the most important part. Lyra realized that she had been wrong to think humans were small or weak. They were not the strongest, but they were clever, brave, and determined. That combination made them a force that could stand against any enemy. The crew spent the rest of the day reviewing the battle, checking systems, and learning from mistakes. The humans explained how to anticipate enemy moves, how to use energy efficiently, and how to react quickly under pressure. Every lesson was simple but powerful, and the alien crew absorbed it eagerly. That night, as the stars shone above Earth, Lyra walked to the observation deck. The ship was quiet now, engines humming gently, shields glowing softly. She thought about the battle, the humans, and her crew. She realized that humans were not just clever engineers. They were teachers, strategists, and allies. Their small size and ordinary appearance hid minds capable of extraordinary things. Captain, Jorik said, joining her, do you think we can face the real threats out there in space now? Lyra smiled. Yes. The upgrades are strong and our crew is ready. Humans have given us more than technology. They have given us courage, knowledge, and confidence. That is worth more than any weapon. Outside, Earth glowed softly, peaceful and strong. Lyra knew that the galaxy would be dangerous, but with humans as allies, her crew could survive anything. She felt hope rising, a feeling she had not known in a long time. And as the alien ship rested under the night sky, repaired, upgraded, and alive, Lyra whispered to herself, "Humans are small, but their minds and courage make them unstoppable. We have learned from the best." The ship's hum echoed softly, almost in agreement. Lyra knew that the battles ahead would be difficult, but with humans at their side, they could face any challenge. This was just the beginning of a journey that would change her crew, their ship, and their understanding of the galaxy forever. The alien ship hovered quietly above Earth, its engines humming steadily. Captain Lyra stood on the bridge, watching the glowing planet below. The upgrades from Sam and Lucy had made the ship faster, stronger, and smarter, but Lyra knew this was not enough. The galaxy was vast and dangerous, and more serious challenges lay ahead. "Captain," Jorek said, pointing at the radar, "we have incoming signals, multiple ships." "They are larger than anything we faced before." Lyra's eyes narrowed. "Enemies?" she asked. Sam and Lucy moved quickly to the controls. "Yes," Sam said, "but don't panic, the humans have something to help." Lucy activated a holographic map of the solar system. Red and gray dots moved across it, approaching Earth's orbit. "These ships are hostile," she said, "but our fleet can match them if we act fast. We need coordination." Lyra studied the map. The enemy ships were fast, well-armed, and numerous. Without help, her crew could be overwhelmed. But humans had taught her crew to trust their minds, their instincts, and their ship. That combination was strong. "Prepare for combat," Lyra ordered. "Engage the systems. Shields up, weapons ready." The alien crew moved with precise discipline. Engines roared, shields flared, and weapons locked onto targets. The ship's AI worked seamlessly with the crew, thanks to the humans' upgrades. Lyra felt a surge of confidence. Sam tapped on his console. "It is time." "Earth's fleet is moving into position." "What do you mean?" Lyra asked, curious. Lucy smiled. "Humans don't fight alone, we call for help when needed. Earth has ships just waiting for the right moment. You will see." Minutes later, dozens of human warships appeared on the holographic map. Their formations were tight, precise, and ready. Lyra was impressed. The humans' reputation for clever strategy was true. They did not rely on overwhelming power, they relied on skill, planning, and coordination. "Captain," Jorek said, "they are smaller than the enemy ships. How can they win?" Lyra shook her head. "Strength is not only size. Humans have tactics, speed, and brains. Watch and learn." The enemy ships moved closer, firing beams of energy. The alien ship responded immediately. Shields absorbed the attacks, engines dodged, and weapons fired back with precision. Lyra's crew felt a mix of excitement and fear, but the humans' presence gave them courage. "Use your upgrades wisely," Sam said. "Trust your instincts, work with your ship and with the fleet." Lucy added, "We will guide you. Watch how the humans fight, learn from them." The battle began in earnest. Enemy ships split into groups, trying to surround the alien ship and the human fleet. But the humans anticipated every move. They coordinated attacks, creating openings for the alien ship to strike. Lyra felt a thrill as her crew moved like a single unit with the ship, following the humans' guidance. "This is incredible," Tira said, her eyes wide. "The humans are small, but their strategy is perfect." Lyra nodded. "That is why they are dangerous. They fight with brains, not just weapons." Sam and Lucy shouted instructions to the alien crew. "Move left, fire now, shields stronger here." Their voices were calm but urgent. The alien crew responded immediately, trusting their guidance. Every command made the ship faster, stronger, and smarter in the fight. The enemy tried to adapt, but the human fleet was always one step ahead. They used clever maneuvers, energy traps, and quick attacks to weaken the opponents. Lyra watched in awe. The humans were not just fighting, they were teaching her crew how to fight. "Captain," Jorek said, They are doing more than helping. They are showing us how to think like them. This is extraordinary, Lyra smiled. Yes, humans are not just clever engineers. They are brilliant tacticians, and now my crew is learning from them. The battle reached its peak. Enemy ships fired powerful energy blasts trying to overwhelm the shields. The alien ship dodged, fired, and moved like a living creature. The human fleet flanked the enemies, hitting weak points with precision. Lyra realized that this combination of upgrades, human strategy, and alien crew skill was unstoppable. "Use the new weapons systems," Sam shouted. "Target their engines and disable them." The alien crew followed the instructions. Beams of energy struck enemy ships, disabling them one by one. Shields flared and absorbed attacks, engines moved with speed, and weapons fired accurately. The alien crew felt a power they had never known. Lucy watched the battle calmly. "This is what humans do. We fight smart, not only hard. Strategy is stronger than strength alone." Lyra's mind raced. She had faced many enemies before, but never like this. The humans had taught her crew to combine brains, courage, and teamwork. That combination was unbeatable. The enemy ships began to retreat. Some were destroyed, others fled in confusion. Lyra felt a surge of pride. Her crew had performed perfectly. They had learned from humans and applied the knowledge in real combat. "Captain," Jorek said, "we survived. And we did it better than I imagined." Lyra looked at Sam and Lucy. "You have given us more than upgrades. You have given us victory, knowledge, and courage. We are stronger because of you," Sam smiled. "We only showed you what you could do. You did the work." "That is what matters," Lucy nodded. "Humans give tools and knowledge, but the crew has to use them. That is what makes a difference. You have done well." Lyra realized that she had underestimated humans. They were small, fragile in appearance, but their minds and courage made them extraordinary. That was why they could survive in the galaxy and become powerful allies. After the battle, the alien crew gathered on the bridge. Everyone was tired but exhilarated. The ship was damaged in minor ways, but the humans had taught them how to repair quickly and efficiently. Engines roared smoothly, shields glowed steadily, and weapons systems were ready again. "Captain," Tira said, "I understand now. Humans are not just clever. They are unstoppable in their own way. They fight with brains and courage. That is more powerful than raw strength." Lyra nodded. "Yes, and now my crew knows it too. We have seen humans in action and we have learned from them. That is worth more than any upgrade." Sam and Lucy handed small cups of coffee to the crew. Everyone sipped slowly, feeling alert and ready despite the battle. The humans laughed at their reactions just as they had before. "Coffee helps with focus," Sam said. "It is a small thing, but it makes a difference in critical moments." Lucy added, "And sometimes small things make the biggest difference. Strategy, focus, and courage are what win battles, not only weapons." Lyra smiled. She realized that humans had given her crew more than a repaired ship. They had given them understanding, skill, and confidence. Her crew had learned to trust themselves, their ship, and the humans guiding them. That night, as the stars shone above Earth, Lyra walked to the observation deck. The planet glowed softly below, peaceful and bright. She thought about the battle, the humans, and her crew. She realized that humans were extraordinary not because of size or strength, but because of intelligence, creativity, and courage. "Captain," Jorek said, joining her, "do you think the galaxy is ready for humans like this?" Lyra smiled. "No. The galaxy has underestimated them for too long, but now we know. They are powerful in ways no one expects, and with humans at our side we can face any danger." The alien ship rested quietly, repaired, upgraded, and alive. Lyra knew the battles ahead would be difficult, but she had learned something important. Humans were not just clever engineers. They were strategists, teachers, and allies who could change the course of war with courage and brains. And as the alien ship waited under the calm glow of Earth's night, Lyra whispered to herself, The humans have given us more than victory. They have given us hope, knowledge, and a path to survive anything the galaxy throws at us. The ship's engines hummed softly, almost in agreement. Lyra knew that the journey ahead would test them all, but now, with humans as guides and allies, she felt ready. The galaxy was dangerous, but together, humans and aliens could become an unstoppable force. The alien ship floated quietly above Earth. The battle was over. Enemy ships had been defeated or driven away. The upgrades from Sam and Lucy had proven more than effective. Captain Lyra stood on the bridge, watching the peaceful planet below. Her crew moved through the corridors, checking systems and repairing minor damage, but the energy in the air was one of pride and relief. Captain Jorek said, his voice soft, "I cannot believe how well the humans prepared us. We survived and won against enemies far stronger than expected." Lyra nodded. "Yes, but it is not only the ship. My crew has learned from them. We have learned to trust our minds, our instincts, and our ship. That is the true gift humans have given us." Sam and Lucy moved across the bridge, smiling at the alien crew. "You did excellent work," Sam said. "The ship performed perfectly, and so did your crew." "We just showed you what was possible," Lucy added. "Humans do not fight alone, but we also do not take credit for others' success. You did this. We only helped guide you." Lyra felt a warmth in her chest. She had expected humans to repair her ship, but they had given her and her crew so much more. Confidence, knowledge, courage, and the ability to think faster than their enemies. They had transformed a broken ship and a nervous crew into a powerful and capable team. As the day went on, Sam and Lucy helped the crew understand more about the upgrades. They explained how the ship's systems could adapt during battles, how energy could be saved for critical moments, and how the crew could act faster and smarter under pressure. Even the youngest crew member, Tira, soaked up the knowledge eagerly, asking questions and trying new techniques. "This is amazing," Tira said. "I never knew a ship could think and react with us. It feels alive." Lyra smiled. "Yes. And now we know why humans are so respected across the galaxy. They can turn ordinary things into extraordinary tools, and they teach others to do the same." Outside the ship, the sun began to rise. Its light reflected off the metallic hull, making it shine like a star in the sky. Lyra walked to the observation deck, taking in the peaceful view. Earth was calm, glowing softly, but she knew that the galaxy beyond would always be dangerous. Yet after everything they had learned from the humans, she no longer felt fear. She felt prepared. "Captain," Jorek said, coming to stand beside her, "do you think we can face the enemies that wait in the stars?" Lyra looked out at the horizon, thinking of all the lessons the humans had taught them. "Yes, not because our ship is stronger, but because we are stronger. Humans gave us more than tools. They gave us knowledge, courage, and hope. That is what will carry us through any battle." Sam and Lucy entered the observation deck, holding small cups of coffee. They offered them to Lyra and Jorek. "One last cup before we leave," Sam said with a grin. "Humans like to celebrate small victories with coffee." Lyra took a sip and felt the familiar energy and alertness. "It is strange," she said, "how such a simple thing can make a difference, but it does feel inspiring." Lucy laughed. "It is a small thing, yes, but humans believe that small things matter. Focus, energy, and preparation are what win battles, not just strength." The alien crew gathered on the deck, watching the humans. They felt gratitude and admiration. These small, ordinary-looking creatures had done what few other species could. They had transformed a broken ship into a war machine, taught the crew to think faster than enemies, and guided them to victory. Lyra stepped forward. "Sam, Lucy, on behalf of my crew and myself, I thank you. You have given us far more than we could have imagined. We came for repairs, but we leave with something much greater." Sam shook his head. "You don't need to thank us. Humans believe in helping others reach their potential. You did all the hard work. We just showed you the path." Lucy smiled. And remember, the galaxy is vast. You may face more dangers, but you are now ready. You have learned what humans already know. Courage, intelligence, and teamwork can overcome almost anything. The alien crew looked around at each other. There was a new energy among them. Even the youngest members moved with confidence. Lyra could see that the humans had not only improved their ship but also their minds. They would face the galaxy differently from now on. After a short celebration, Sam and Lucy prepared to leave. "We must return to Earth," Lucy said, "but we will always be allies, and who knows, maybe we will meet again in another battle." Lyra felt a pang of sadness but also gratitude. "You have changed us," she said. "We will never forget what humans have done for us." Sam smiled. "Then we have done our job. Safe travels, Captain Lyra." Lucy waved, and in a few moments the humans left, returning to Earth. The alien ship watched them go, engines humming gently, ready for the challenges ahead. Lyra looked at her crew. "Prepare for departure. Our journey continues, but now we are stronger and wiser. We have allies we can trust and skills we never had before." The ship lifted smoothly from Earth's orbit. Engines roared with power, shields glowed steadily, and weapons systems hummed in readiness. Lyra felt the ship move as one with her crew, confident and alive. They had survived the first real test, but now they were prepared for the galaxy. "Captain," Jorek said, "I feel different, the ship, our crew, even myself. I feel stronger." Lyra nodded. "That is the humans' gift. They taught us to see beyond what we thought was possible. That is worth more than any upgrade or weapon." Days passed as the alien ship traveled through space. The crew practiced with the upgrades, using their new knowledge to improve coordination and reaction times. They tested the ship's limits, learning how far they could push engines, shields, and weapons. Every day, their confidence grew. "Captain," Tira said one evening, "do you think we can face any enemy now?" Lyra smiled. "Yes, but more importantly, we know how to think, adapt, and survive. Humans showed us that courage and intelligence are stronger than size or numbers. That is what will keep us alive." Jorek nodded. "We came to Earth for repairs, but we leave with something far greater. Humans have given us hope and strength." Lyra felt a surge of pride. Her crew was ready. The ship was ready. And the galaxy, no matter how dangerous, would have to face a crew that had been taught by humans themselves. One day, far in the future, she thought, the galaxy would remember the small, ordinary creatures who had given her crew more than repairs. They had given courage, knowledge, and the wisdom to survive. They had shown that even the smallest beings could change the course of events and make the impossible possible. And as the alien ship continued its journey through the stars, Lyra whispered to herself, "Humans are extraordinary. Not because they are the strongest, but because they inspire strength in others. We will carry their lessons with us forever." The ship's engines thrummed softly as if agreeing. Lyra smiled. She knew the journey ahead would be long and dangerous, but her crew was no longer the same. They had been transformed, inspired, and strengthened by humans. The stars stretched endlessly before them, full of danger and opportunity. But Captain Lyra, her crew, and their upgraded ship felt ready. They had allies, knowledge, courage, and the skill to face anything. And somewhere back on Earth, two small humans smiled, knowing they had made a difference in the galaxy. They had not only repaired a ship, they had created a legend. The alien ship moved forward, cutting through space with purpose, alive, powerful, and full of hope. Captain Lyra watched the stars ahead and whispered once more, "Humans have changed us forever, and now we will never be the same."